What is up, whammon and gentle whammon? Welcome back to the channel, guys. So normally I just upload duel videos from locals, but this week, again, I had some video issues. The camera died in the last round, so this was something I was wanting to start doing. I'm going to test it out with this one since the duel's going to get cut short in the middle of game 2. So we're going to do a little bit of commentary, and I'm going to walk you through some of my thought processes and lines and why I did certain things. Mostly in game 1. Game 2 is hilariously bad. You guys will see. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game.
Imagine take my hat off for this one, Joe. Sign of respect.
Don't get serious, man.
So, we're playing against Tri-Brigade. We know Derek's on Tri.
Activate effect.
Cost.
We opened really good. So, we opened really good. The theory behind the hand, I believe we opened Torn Scales, Cloak, Boots, Fog Blade, and another card, and Crossout, which is a really strong opening. My initial shotgun thought was, okay, I'm going to try to play through as much hand traps and then save the Crossout for Nib. So that's why I make the line that I did, because the only real thing that like really broke my board would have been a Nib. I wasn't sure if Derek was maining Nib or not, but I was saving Crossout for Nib, so that's why I'm making some of the plays that I am.
Defend my card. I mean, like, I probably just lose here.
So as you can see, as Derek shuffling through his hand, he's got Ash and Bell. So he's got 2 hand traps, but it's fine. The hand we had is really, really insane. I put Derek in a very hard decision here by normal summoning Torn Scales, pitching Cloak, because it shows that I guaranteed to have an extender. So whether he ashes here or not, he doesn't get a lot of value out of it. That's why he eventually chooses not to ash here, which was the right play, because you don't get a lot of value out of ashing right here.
I'm still tweaking with the build. I just feel like this deck's on stall. It's so
Try to
potential, but I just don't.
Gloves is another 4.
turn the volume down real quick.
And it can also dump the traps, though, right?
Yes.
Except for break sword.
Okay, so we go ahead and send the gloves here. That gets us into where, if we had to, even if without the Crossout, we can just play through Nib
Yeah, it can search this.
if he doesn't Nib properly.
Expect the boots.
Had that motherfucker in hand?
Shade Brigade too. I think Shade Brigade's a the Phantom Knights card. Yeah. It's all based off of like the punctuation. Activate effects.
So then it's just like your typical PK line here. We're going summon Cherubini, we're going to dump the Graph. Graph's going to summon Seer, and then we're going to go into Rusty. Derek's thinking here if he wants to ash the Graph.
Gas and green.
Gas.
I got everything.
I don't know that ashing the Graph here would have been right. Yeah, letting the Graph go here I think is the correct play, because yes, I'm going to get the extra extension, but I was guaranteed getting into Rusty, and what he needs to stop is the Rusty. The Rusty effect is really important here. So we link those two and we make the Rusty. Seer is going to trigger targeting the Cherubini. So Derek's thinking on whether or not he wants to Bell. This wouldn't be a bad Bell. You can't really Bell any of the Phantom Knight monsters that are in the graveyard,
Or is it 2 separate effects?
because they banish for cost. He could have held the Bell for when I send the wings and or a Fog Blade to try to extend that way. Or he could have saved the Bell for when the Torn Scale comes back from the graveyard. Which I think, honestly, probably would have been the better line here.
All one effect. Dump one,
Dump one, then set one.
Dump one, set one.
Yes.
So now he's thinking about Ashen, because he's going to be left with 3 cards in hand. Here I was thinking about go ahead and playing Cross out and negating the Ash, but I ended up deciding not to because I just get completely, like at this point, I've already played through 1 hand trap. Here's the second. It doesn't really like end my turn. I can still do stuff. I can still end on a goon, or if I wanted to, I could end on the rank up.
That's someone from hand.
It summons itself from hand. If I
Yeah, I could end on the rank up spell if I wanted to right here, or I could end on Dragoon, which I was choosing to go into the Dragoon line.
So then Torn Scales triggers to summon itself?
Yeah, I think here. Can I be Grave after that?
Yeah, go right ahead.
So this can dump the traps,
Yes.
and that's fine.
Okay. Effective
Yeah.
summon itself.
So Derek said he was thinking there. Technically, he had no legal plays there, but he is allowed to ask me what's engraved at any point during the turn. That's fine. I think all he has left in hand as we watch him shuffle is he's got Cat, Kit, and I think one of the Melfies. So here I just decided I'm going to go into Dragoon, so I'm going to go Leviair, get my resources back, pump Bard to 29 to the end of my opponent's turn. That way he doesn't get killed, and I can just like go off from there. Leaves me with a lot of resources, gets the bricks out of my deck. That was a thought process at least. I could have easily have just made the break sword, pop break sword, get the rank up spell, and go that line, but I wanted to get the bricks out of the deck. And I was going to be left with 1 card in hand anyways, because I still had a Fog Blade and I still had Cross out in my hand. So I know I don't lose to Nib. This is the safest play under, like, even if he has Nib. It's going to give me a lot of hand knowledge. Dragoon's really strong. So, and the Cross out's going to turn into a discard for Dragoon once I summon it, because I'm now going to be able to search for a second Fog Blade. I'll have 2 Fog Blades and a Dragoon negate, which against Tri, sometimes that's just enough. Sometimes just like stopping one of their summons is really strong. It just like puts them out of the game.
You have not done this to dump though. I can search. Yeah, you can search and you can dump. Coronavirus.
Thinking back now, maybe like looking at the graveyard in this situation, I probably, instead of summoning the Leviair, I should have made a Break Sword, use Rusty's effect, pop the Break Sword, summon 2 back, and the 2 being the Torn Scales and the Shade. Not the Shade, the other dude, the bad one, the one that specs himself when you spec one. And then make Vert. That way I had the Break Sword in the grave, and it would have gave me another layer of interruption, because I could have used Boots to search the second Fog Blade still, and then I could have sent the wings, and then I would have been able to have not only 2 wings, or 2 Fog Blades, a Dragoon pop, negate, and a pop off of Rusty by banishing the wings to bring back the Break Sword to the zone right here. That was definitely the better line. I just wasn't thinking about that line. I was just trying to get some resources back in the graveyard, because I've cut Cloak back to 1, which you'll see in the profile that I'm going to be posting tomorrow. So I was just trying to get the Cloak back and then pump the Rusty, which at the end of it, it's 6-1, half a dozen the other.
I was trying to respect Nib as much as possible.
Does that set or search?
It searches.
Okay, that's fine.
So yeah, I probably should have made the Break Sword just so I had the option to have the pop. It doesn't. It's irrelevant here. It doesn't make a difference, thankfully. So he draws for turn. He draws Fractal, and he's just gonna go in, activating Frac. I know Derek's on Gamma, so that's why I don't Dragoon here. And I don't think I care. You send the Nerval, he's going to get a search, get the Kuraz, that's all fine. If he summons a Kuraz, I can Fog Blade, negate the Kuraz effect, and I'm good. Here's a major misplay. Major misplay. He just,
its effect not be activated, or its effect is negated?
and here's where I realize it. This was big misplay because like cat doesn't care. He can still activate and pay cost. So he's going to tribute the cat and still get the 2 summons. So that was a big mess up on my part. If I wouldn't have had the second Fog Blade, I would have just blown myself out of the game with that probably.
That's fine. Take misplay.
So Derek's obviously, as you can see, he's on the Melfi build. It's pretty strong. I personally think it's kind of bricky, but it like the boards it does are really powerful. I can't knock it on that. I'm still in a very commanding position here. I would have been in a much better position if I'd have made the break short though.
What's Joyous do?
I can detach one, and all Melfies can attack directly.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Its other effect is I can put it back and summon 2. He's 2/9.
2/9.
Swing over vert.
Sure.
So that's not a big deal. Let him swing in. Let him kill the vert. I kind of knew what he was going for here. I knew he was going to make the Dragoon,
Try Zeus. Detach.
the Zeus, and try to blow up the field. I just chain the Fog Blade, negate the Zeus. Thankfully, he didn't have the Downward Magician to just chain Zeus again. That way I didn't have to waste 2 negates trying to stop a Zeus from blowing up my board.
You're going to have to use the goon regardless if you want to or not, Joe. Discard, real.
One in hand?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's obvious. Try to proceed to my end phase.
That's fine.
End phase activate puppy.
Summon itself?
Yes. Pass.
Drop turn.
Yes.
Okay, so he passed it with Puppy. So Puppy,
Sure, it's fine.
What's Puppy do?
If you summon a
let
monster,
Derek explain.
if you summon a monster or attack, I get to special summon. I get to return this to my hand, not cost. It's all one effect. Return this to my hand. Special summon 1 level 2 or lower beast.
Okay.
And so to deal with Puppy, he's gonna like if I summon anything, he's just gonna bounce it, and then summon the thing that pops the card. So we're just gonna Dragoon pop the Puppy, and then Dragoon pop the Fog Blade,
All of its effects are negated. Sure, I'll take 300.
or Dragoon pop the Zeus that puts him down to low enough to where just those 2 are game. So we move to game 2. It's getting ready to come up.
Because you negated a card in hand.
Oh yeah.
For G.
All right, so we cut to game 2 here. We don't have much of game 2. Game 2 is very Brick City on both of our parts.
It doesn't warrant running it. Really.
Okay, so looking at the hands, we can stop here. Let's look at these hands real quick, and let's just see what we opened.
Holy fuck.
Stop. God. Alright, so looking at the hand, we've got 2 Nib and Ash. I think that's an E, or not Ash, that's a Bell, Fog Blade, and I'm not sure what my other card is. Derek's got Gamma, Contaxi, Curaz. What are the other 2 cards? I can't tell what they are.
Well, not total dog shit, but
So it's he drew the driver. Oh no. I didn't realize he drew the driver. That is terrible. So here I didn't realize that Derek wanted me to go first.
Oh, you're on the play. I
Yeah.
said it evenly matched.
Yeah. He wanted me to go first. So it looks like I have a droplet in hand. I'm guessing what that is. So we set the Fog Blade and we passed because that's literally our only play. So like this game was Brick City for both of us.
Normal.
He goes normal crash, punch for 12. Just take the 12 here, no point in Fog Blading. I get just 1200.
what is pass?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just set the droplet.
I wish we wouldn't.
Do it again.
This is so bad, bro. Do it again. What is happening right now?
Yeah, this is just Brick City.
What is happening? Summon Kalantosa.
Yeah.
He summons a dude that pops if it's summoned off of the beast effect, and he's going into Melfi.
Do nothing with it. Proceed to combat.
He's a quick effect, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so here's where I'm learning what Kalatosa actually does. I didn't realize that it was a quick effect only on my turn, which was very relevant here.
From the deck.
From the grave.
From the grave. Oh, can you even activate it if you don't
I
have any?
don't think I can because it doesn't return its. No, I can because it does not return itself for cost.
So
It targets for cost. I don't know if I can resolve that or not. Though.
Read it?
Yeah, yeah.
Here's where I read and do the one thing that you're supposed to do as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but I fail to do all the time, is actually read my opponent's cards, and I figure out, oh, he can only quick effect it on my turn, so at the start of the battle phase, I'm just going to fog blade this thing, not even care. Since it doesn't bounce for cost, it's cool. We're just going to... Yeah, we were both breaking pretty hard here.
I'm really just gonna go ahead and say go.
I'm gonna draw a card.
This is so bad, dude. Like you have to have something.
I'm gonna proceed to the end phase.
I don't even remember what I drew here.
How many cards are in your hand?
2, 3, 4, 5.
I guess I'll draw for turn. What is happening? This is
It was,
impossible.
it was really bad.
I wish you could see.
He drew
mine.
another
It
Kurez.
can't be as bad as mine.
I don't know.
Physically impossible.
Pass?
12.
I take the 12, bro.
You get a 56.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I need you to do stuff.
Draw. You want me to do something? No, we're gonna do something. Normal summon Seer.
Don't punch over my
Read the battle phase. Sweet.
So I don't understand why he didn't give me the Contact C here. Like, because he had Contact C in hand. He could have just gave me Contact C. Seer would have blown himself up and I'd have just passed. But, like, I don't know if it made a difference. He draws Obedience Schooled for turn, which is insane.
Hey, you asked me to do something.
Can you get rid of your fog blade? Is that
Eventually.
like is that something that can ever happen?
Eventually. If I draw a starter, which like is my whole deck, like if I drew like 2 level 3s, that would be great. That like could summon things.
I don't understand. Like, he goes Tribute Summon Contact C here, right?
Pop a normal summon contact C.
Why didn't you give me that?
Yeah, right. No, I don't because
Because it blows this up and it doesn't
you'll
do anything.
understand. Proceed to battle phase.
Yeah.
Crash my contact C.
He takes a fat hundo here.
Evenly matched me.
No, I'm not.
Well, I guess I could see the theory now, like, thinking about it, because, like, he goes Crash Contact C. If he would have just summoned Driver there,
What that thing? That summoned 2 from
he wouldn't be able to activate Obedience Schooled.
That's good. Yeah, that's fine.
So I guess I see the theory, but, like, it wasn't already in his hand, so
But it does lock me into beast for the remainder of the turn.
Are there effects
I
negated?
think this is close to the end of it. Yeah, we're about 20-some seconds left. After this resolves, Derek goes on to win this game.
This wouldn't resolve it regardless.
I do draw a starter, but, like, he's able to just shut my starters off, even with the drop of it. I'm pretty sure he goes on to win game 2. And then we go into game 3, and I just, like, build an insane board that he just cannot crack. Game 3, I just went into the best board the deck can make. And that was that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about my thought processes. I'd like to start doing commentary of the live duels. Maybe not me, because I'm the one who edits them, so I know what's going to happen. Maybe I get somebody to come and, like, sit down and, like, talk through the plays and, like, say, hey, oh, that was really cool. I'd really like to get that going. Maybe if, like, do commentary as the recording's going. I want to eventually get to that point. Maybe do, like, a live stream. That'd be really dope. But if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, please comment down below. Let me know. Leave a like on the video. And if you do, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 200 subs. We've got a really big case tournament coming up next week, so there's not going to be any live duels coming out. I'm going to try to record, like, the whole event, like, not the actual gameplay, but, like, do a kind of a vlog of the event. I'd like to start doing that now that the competitive events are coming back again. Next month, I do plan on doing a giveaway of a playmat to a subscriber. I'll have more information on that at the start of November. Probably December 1st, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Like, I'll actually give the playmat away. And I'll have more details of that coming in the future. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like on the video, comment down below, and consider subscribing. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.